So I just recorded my first tea time. It's going to be on my TikTok and my Instagram. And I'm excited. I hope I can, like, the goal is to keep this momentum going and do it every week consistently, as well as post on YouTube. So I am really, really, really trying to be more consistent with myself. On my tea time, I talk about self-trust, and one of the big things is just being consistent in doing what I say I'm going to do. And so, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm excited about it, but I'm very nervous too. I don't know why I'm nervous, because even though like I'm recording for TikTok and Instagram, and I am also telling people on YouTube, you on YouTube, I don't have a lot of followers right now. And so I don't feel like, I mean, even if I do, I don't have a lot of followers right now. So I feel like nobody is going to make me, hold me accountable. But also, even if I did, like, so I really have to do it for myself. That's what I've been thinking about lately. I really have to do the things that I say that I'm going to do for myself, and not for anybody else, not for any visual purpose, not for anything but me. That is one thing that I'm really starting to get into as I'm going into this season of just living life, and enjoying life, and creating the most peaceful, joyful version of my life that I can. And that doesn't mean that it's not going to come with obstacles and things like that, but the way I respond to those obstacles, the way I respond to those hardships can still be filled with peace and joy. And that's what I'm really like focusing on. So this week I have been up and down with my energy. So like I've had enough energy to do things, and then like yesterday it was really low energy, but I also was out all day. The day before, I started seeing about. So I got off the waiting list for Veho, which is like a delivery app. And so I've been trying that out. My honest take is it is a lot of work for a little bit of pay. I think all things is that sometimes too. It's not, it doesn't seem equal, right? So like you pick your job starts at 8:30, let's say. You go there, it's a line. So the 3 times that I've been there, it's been a line. And so it can take you from 10 minutes to 45 minutes just to get inside the warehouse, right? So boom, 10 to 45 minutes. So you get inside the warehouse, you show your little ID, you go inside, they tell you a parking spot, and then they give you this crate, not this crate, like this pulley thing full of packages that you have to number so you know where they go, like where they get off in numeric order. You do that. That takes between 20 and another 45 minutes. So it's been at least 2 hours now, right? You get everything in a car, as long as there's no hiccups. Sometimes you scan a package and it's not your package, so you have to give it to somebody. The warehouse is it's still getting organized, so you're waiting for people a lot. Once everything's done, or you're missing a package. And so if you're missing a package, then you have to go and talk to somebody again. They'll either find the package or they'll just be like, you can go ahead. So you do that, get all the packages in the car, and then you're out. And then your time starts. So like if it's a 5 to 7 hour trip, or let's say it's a 7 hour, they give you an estimated time, right? Say it's 7 hours. You go and they'll say you have until 8:30 or 4:30 or whatever time to get the packages out. The estimated time is interesting. I did VHO 3 times. I think I hit the estimated time once. And that was like at 8:30 to 4:30. The last trip that I did was a 10, which is what I did on Tuesday. It was a 10 a.m. So I got to the warehouse at 10. I didn't get out of the warehouse until like 12:30. And it was at 8:30 timeline. I had 133 packages. It said it was 76 stops. So I go around, I'm dropping everything off. Now, there was like a bulk of the packages that went to like another warehouse, but that process took so long. I had to scan each package, put each package in. My phone overheated. It was super hot that day. My phone overheated. I looked back. I had to put my phone in my car so it can cool down. When I brought the phone back out to scan the package again, finish scanning the packages, all of the packages that I scanned were no longer there. So I had to rescan every package. Rescanning each package took me probably 30 minutes to scan all the packages and get the packages inside the building. I scanned all the packages. The app still kept asking me to scan. And I'm like, I scanned everything. What else do you want me to scan? Like, I'm scanning. Some of the packages saying it doesn't go to this place, but the address is correct. It was a hassle. I messaged support. Support takes so long to respond. I probably get out of there after like an hour. So now I'm backed up. So I'm going and I'll say, okay. So I'm just finishing off. I got to I knew things was going to start getting bad. I hit 8:30 and the package is supposed to be dropped off at a UPS that closes at 7 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, so I can't do this one. And I'm just like, why wouldn't that be flagged? Like, that should have been a package that went higher. Like, I understand the route that they're creating, but if you know this closes at 7, it should have been higher on the list. So then I get to tons of apartment complexes, and it's late now. So it's after 9. People are not responding to text messages. People are not responding to anything, which is legit. Like, I'm not fussing about it. I'm saying you can't really do anything that late at night. And so I'm still trying to get out the packages, but the apartment complex, I can't get into the apartment complexes. So I'm like, okay, I can't finish this off. Midnight. It's midnight. Do you hear me? Midnight. I'm going out. I'm trying to get what I can get, but it's midnight. I'm like, okay, I can't finish this. So I go into the app and I say, I can't complete this route. And they're like, finish strong. And I'm like, absolutely not. What do you want me out here at 2 a.m. in the morning? And I'm still having to message support who is taking so long to respond to me, which is adding more time. And so I get 12 o'clock, I'm just like, no, I can't finish strong. And so I send it to them and they're like, all right, you have to take it to the warehouse and you have to scan all the packages that you didn't do and you have to put it in a thing. So I go back to I drive all the way back to the warehouse and it starts pouring down raining. I scan all the packages, I put them in the pod, I shut the pod, and I go home. I was out from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. in the morning. So I was exhausted. I had no energy. And I felt like sad because like I did all that work for $104, you know? And I was just like, that does not seem correct, right? And like gas, it took all of my gas to fill up my tank was $55. So that's half the money right there. Like, so it was just frustrating. And so I was just thinking about, it was just frustrating. And so that goes to show, like, that's why my energy was so up and down this week. But on Tuesday, that's why, because it was both like physical tiredness and also like, yeah, how is this going to work? And so, yeah, I've been talking to the Lord a lot lately about like, what is this going to look like? How do I earn money? Like I love the business that I started and I want to be successful in that, and like success in that specific area looks like selling lots of tea. And I'm selling tea, but not lots of it right now. And so just like, all right, how do I get more exposure? How do I build trust? How do I get people to see like this is beneficial for them and that they should want this? And also, what are some other ways that I could be bringing income in? Because to tell you like how I feel, like I would love to not have to, like, success would look different for this business if I was not leaning so heavily on it for finances, you know? And so I think a lot of things in life looks different if you have a solid financial foundation. So like, I do want to see about like what I can do to earn money while I'm still running my business so that I can really focus on the business itself and not financial, like not be so focused on the finances, because the finances is hard. And I'm saying like not being able to pay bills is stressful, and that also makes the emotional roller coaster more roller coastery. And so, yeah, I am petitioning the Lord for ways to earn income so that I can nourish this baby, this tea baby. I want to make more teas. Like that is one of my petitions, one of my requests. I want to have enough money to make 2 or 3 more teas to add to the teas that I have. I already have the recipe. I already know what I want to make. I need the funding to be able to buy the ingredients, create the product, put the product on the website. And so, yeah, I am petitioning the Lord. I am petitioning the Lord for income, petitioning the Lord for an advancement. And It's funny. I was just listening to a young lady on Instagram, and she was like, tell the Lord, like, you don't know how to get to that place. So you tell him where you're at, ask him to order your steps to where you want to be. And so mine is, Father, I want to move from scarcity and lack and not enough. Order my steps into abundance, overflow, and too much, right? And so, like, knowing that I am trusting the Lord to take me from A to B, because I can't get there myself, like, I need him to take me from A to B. So I'm excited about this new energy that I have. I know it won't last, but I am also creating. I know it won't last, but I'm also creating systems in my life so that when I don't have the energy, I'm still doing something that is pushing me towards the big goals that I have. Yeah, so I'm just excited to be more consistent. And I think when we ask for the thing, our initial push is always the thing being answered. I feel like that. Not always, but like I feel like that most of the time, that so I am petitioning the Lord for these things, and then I'm also getting this urge in my heart to, like, just be more consistent on YouTube, just be more consistent on Instagram, just be more consistent on TikTok. I think we shouldn't take those urges lightly. I think when we petition the Lord for something, and then he gives us an idea, or he gives us a feeling, or he gives us an urge, that we should move in that, and not, my God is not pushy. He taps. And so, yeah, I think, like, being here, having the desire to be more consistent and just following through in that way is a step in the right direction, right? A step in learning to trust myself, because I believe I have the Holy Spirit in me, and that he speaks to me, and that he will lead me, and, like, trust that when I ask the Lord to order my steps to abundance and overflow and too much, that he is doing that with every step that I take. So yeah, I'm excited. I am nervous. I'm excited. I am nervous. My excitement may be nervousness. My nervousness may be excitement. So I'm just here, and I am going to be as obedient as I can, and just, like, listen when the Lord speaks, and pay attention to when I have the desire to move and do things and do them. Yeah, so week 2, I'm pat myself on the back for just getting this done, and I am going to be consistent, and I'm going to see whatever the fruit of that labor is. So I'm excited. Bye for now.